Hello, my pookies, or me probably in the future because I don't think people will watch this. I haven't posted the other one before yet, but and I don't know if I will, but I don't know. I just wanted to say yap or whatever. I'm currently getting ready to do a coding homework for Bisats for a homework that was supposed to be tonight, but she pushed it back to tomorrow. So win. But yeah, I just want to say yeah. Like yesterday, I was not having a good time yesterday. My period came 1 in the morning, not 1 in the morning, 1 point in the morning. Anyways, um, and then when I got home, and I'm like, I freaking dragged through the classes yesterday because I was like, whatever, just let me get out of this bitch. Like I even freaking came home for intro to psych. Normally I just didn't stay in school and whatever, but I had to come home because like my belly was hurting me too much. Then I got home, I ate, and I slept, woke up, mommy called. I was just kind of irritated, so I didn't really want to speak or whatever. And then I tried doing homework and I was just like crashing out, bro. Like not literally crashing out. When I crash out, when I say crash out, I mean just like I'm just, what is this, a pimple? I'm tempted to like burst it now. Anyways, but I freaking like was trying to do freaking homework and it was just like not going. And then I just my mind was just going all over the freaking place. I was getting like more and more depressed and anxious and stuff like that. Like I cried the entire day last night. I went to sleep like 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning. So yeah, 1 in the morning I went to sleep. So I literally cried. And I don't cry like fully. I'm just like crying in my bed. No, like I was scrolling through TikTok and crying, or I was like trying to do my homework and crying, and I was like, this is not working. Like I'm not focused. I'm not doing anything. So I freaking just came off my phone, put on the freaking computer, and went to sleep because it's not working. This is not working. Like I'm thinking a bunch of other shit. Like I'm thinking about the fact like I don't know if I'm gonna do well or not in this semester. My GPA has dropped 2 times already. Like I don't need it to keep going down like this. Like I'm still in the threes, but I do not want it to go any further down. I don't need it to, and I don't want it to. You know what I'm saying? But it's scaring me because like I don't even know how I'm gonna do this semester. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do well for this semester or not. Like this semester's I would say pretty easy or whatever. These courses that I'm doing are not that hard. It's just like I haven't been mentally okay for about 2 semesters now. Last semester especially dragged on a lot, and then this semester it's like I don't have a lot of luggage anymore, but it's still like for a while now, it's like for years since I've been like 11, I've been dealing with my like depression or my close knitness to depression, and I'm not clinically diagnosed, so I can't say that I have it, but like I've been feeling down in the dumps for years, and it's just been getting worse. Like it started off as just me like not eating, and like that was like as a punishment for myself to not eat and stuff like that, and I lost a lot of weight, and a lot of people like it was like, oh my god, what, blah 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 blah. People from church or whatever, mommy's church or whatever, like always would comment on my body about it and stuff like that. And years later I told my mom, oh no, that's like she thought I was just losing weight because like, oh, I'm just going through puberty. Like, babes, no, I was starving myself, and you know I was starving myself. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I used to do it like as a punishment thing because I used to be like, oh, I'm such a terrible daughter, blah 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 blah. And then as time passed it on, is like I came out of that, but then I started binge eating instead. So like I binge eat as a source to like help me feel better about like a lot of shit. And it's just like, I'm sick and tired of all this. Something is in my freaking eyebrow. You know. And it didn't really dawn on me, like not dawn. I don't think that's the right adjective to use, but it hasn't been like on me, and it hasn't been affecting my schoolwork until COVID. Like COVID really caused me to like cause us as a human society to stop focusing on the wider things and actually like focus on our small things, whether it's be our own individual lives or families or whatever. And around that time, like even when I had school and stuff like that, I was sleeping a lot. I would just get up for school, binge anime, eat. That's kind of like my entire lifestyle in quarantine. So like having to come out of that and then go back to normal was just not it for me. I was having a real time struggling of getting out of that. Like to the point where I had exams and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do freaking exams because I was watching One Piece, and One Piece was kind of a source of like happiness for me, and then I had to force myself to stop One Piece. I cried about it and everything. Like I had to what? Like that's crazy. That's like that makes me sound manic. What? I was crying over One Piece, bro. Like I was crying over the fact that I had to stop watching it because I had to go back to the real world. Like I had to go back mentally to the real world and actually do schoolwork and live life. You know? And I didn't want to. And I was like freaking out because it's like I had exams, like which Caribbean CXC exams. Yeah, it was CXC. And it's just like if you're from the Caribbean, you know that that's a major exam. And it's like I was just like not in the group for studying, and I felt like I was gonna fail, and just thankfully we had multiple choice. Hey, that helped me to pass. But then my anxiety and depression did not improve from that. It did not improve in any sense. Like I went to community college, and no, it did not level up. It did not change. I struggled a lot with studying. It's like I was not retaining any information at all. Like I was just like, what is going on with me? What is going on with me? Like how am I supposed to mend this, you know? It never got mended, and I immediately from community college I went immediately I ended community college in June or July, and June probably, and then came up here in July. I started school in August. Well, ended of August, early September. So I didn't have anything to wait, but like because I was in a new environment, a new place, a new school, I think I had a lot of optimism. And not only that, but like I just felt like I feel like I'm a kind of person, I need change, even though I don't like a lot of change a lot of time, because a lot of change is a little bit too much for me. Even though I don't like it, I feel like I need change, good change, positive change. I need it for me to like actually do what I need to do. And like that first semester I hit it off with a bang, you know what I'm saying? I got like A's straight A's. Did I? Yeah, I don't think any of my courses that semester I got a B or anything for. I got straight A's. And wait, maybe I got a B for something. I had to, because like my GPA was not like a 4. It was high 3. I went on the dean's list, bro, the first semester in. Freaking hell. But it's like I was ready. And it's just after that it just kind of like went downhill slowly, and I'm in sophomore now, and it's just like mentally my second semester freshman year I was like a little bit out of it, but I still had that energy. I still had that adrenaline to like keep it pushing no matter what. F your feelings, F what you're talking about, F anything that you're thinking about. Do what you need to do. That's all I was going through my head. And that I remember after school ended, I was so freaking drained. I did not leave my apartment / room for like a week, because I was so drained, and I was like, yeah, I don't need to see outside. I really don't care. I don't care to talk to anybody. I don't care to see anything. I was so drained mentally that like I didn't care. I had to force myself out of the house to actually do something to make my summer a good or decent summer, which it was okay, you know, for the first half of it at least, or whatever. But like that's what I had to do. I had to I went to the park, I went to movies, I went to multiple parks in Manhattan, I started going to the gym. That's all things that I had to do to improve my mental health, because I was down in the dumps, not even joking. I really did not care to talk to anybody. And it worked for the most part. But then we had school again, and it started slowly. I felt like mentally I wasn't ready for school again. I was like, oh, you know, I dreaded it. And I was like, fine, it started, but then chemistry was in the curriculum for me. I was doing chemistry, and I hate chemistry with my entire life. my entire being. I had to do it in community college. I had to do it in high school, and I hated it all the way through. I ended up dropping it because, like, after my father's passing, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely doing this bullshit. Like, I'm not doing this. Really, chemistry took a lot of time from me that I could have spent with my father. And I keep repeating this. It's my fault, of course, but like, there's a lot of times where I had to be, focused on studying or practicing questions or whatever, trying to understand, because I'm not that great in chemistry, period, point blank. I'm not that great in chemistry, so I have to practice a lot when it comes to chemistry and math. Anything of the sort, I have to practice to understand. Even if I learn it if I understand it today, tomorrow's gonna come and I'm not gonna understand what the frick what I learned today. It's terrifying and terrible. So I had to constantly be up all hours of the night or all hours of the morning, trying to understand, trying to practice, trying to study. I remember, like, we always had, oh yeah, I had recitation. Like, we have recitation lab and lecture, 3 classes for 1 course, and the recitation is what really took me out, because we had an exam every other week. Every other week we had an exam. So I was really going through it with that class, and I couldn't care. I could care less to actually spend time with my father at that point, because I was like, okay, well, next time. I even told him before, before he went back down or whatever. I even told him, I was like, when you come back up next year, because he was planning to come back up this year being, I was like, come in August or something, because I really cannot do anything with you if you come in September. I can't. I'm sorry, but I really can't do anything if you come in September, because I'm going to be busy with school. Normally, for myself, I don't go out on weekends anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go out on weekends anyways when I have school. So I can't, I really don't, I don't want to do it. So just, can you see if you could come a little bit earlier or something, because I can't do the September thing. Come in August, bare minimum late August, something. And so that it ain't happening at all. And it's just like, damn, like, had I not had chemistry last semester, I would have definitely spent more time with my father. Like, if I had this schedule that I have right now, if I had this schedule that I had last year semester, I would have definitely spent more time with my father, because it's not as hectic. But, shit happens. Well, what can we do? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a kind of person that believes shit happens for a reason, though. So, ain't nobody could come tell me, oh, well, it was for... Shut up. Don't ever come to me with that bullshit. Boy, shit happens for a reason. That ain't never... I hate that. I hate when people are like, oh, well, someone's in a better place. Oh, things happen for a reason. Babes, you're talking to me. I don't believe in all that bull. I don't believe in all that bull. Things happen because things happen. Everything doesn't have to happen for a reason. Things happen because things happen. Things happen because they're consequences of actions. Things happen because of butterfly effects. Things happen because things happen. Not everything has a reasoning. Okay. But literally, so I was like, damn, all that shit goes through my head. And it's like, I'm not able to convey my emotions as much as I want to. And missing people is something that I don't like doing, or I don't really like the ability. I don't know. I have the ability, obviously, but like, sometimes I feel like I don't. Like, sometimes, like, I won't hear from people for days to weeks to months, and I'm not bothered by it. Like, like, I have friends that if I don't hear from them for a while, I don't say, oh my god, I miss you. Like, I might type it and say it because I'm like, oh my gosh, I just remembered you. That's what I mean. Like, I just remembered, like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. Like, I miss you. Like, that's what I mean. Like, but I don't literally mean in the feeling of missing somebody. Like, I don't ever feel like I miss people. But it's just like, I feel like I have regret. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I have regret, and that's what's hindering me. Regret, something that I realize. Regret is one of the strongest feelings for me. Regret does a lot for me, because if I regret something, I will remember that forever. And I hate it. I hate it so bad. Or if I regret not doing something, or like, even when it comes to like having crushes or people that I'm interested in or whatever, the 2 people that I think of is the people that I regret never actually having a chance with. Like, one person I never told I like them, so I regret never telling them I like them, because everyone thought they liked me too. So it's like, I regret never saying anything, so we could have seen where that could have went. I regret that so bad, and I think about him all the time. And then the other one is, I regret never saying something earlier, because I did say something. I didn't say it to him, because I talked about it on my story, and he saw, because he is a follower. And I cared for him to see it. Like, what? I cared for him to see it? I mean, I wanted him to see it. So, I wanted him to see it, just so maybe possibly he could say something. And he did. And he was like, he liked me too. But he didn't say anything either. And I wish that I had said something earlier, so I could have worked those feelings out and not kept those like thoughts on my head, because now it's really hard for me, because even though like I'm still attracted to him, but that crush is gone. It's just more so hurt and regret that stuck to him. And because I have those regret feelings towards these people, they're stuck on me. They're stuck. They're stuck. If I had hatred or sadness on them, or possibly even disgust, or even if it was a good thing and it ended properly and it was happiness, I would have actually forgotten about them. But regret holds me. Regret holds me. Regret holds me. So it's just like, the regretful feeling of not spending enough time with my father holds me so freaking bad. And sometimes when I'm just having a freaking bad day and I'm thinking about school and stuff like that, it comes back to me. It's like, fuck. Like, I really wish that we had that proper relationship where, like, my father wasn't a bad man. He was not a bad man. Everyone knows that my father was a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. But I do want to say, like, in the last years of his life, he seemed like so far away emotionally. So I used to always tell my friends, that I have an emotionally erratic mom and emotionally uninvolved father. That's what I used to always say, because that's what he always gave. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I always thought like, okay, once I finish school, whatever, and I have my own place, I have my own job, I have my own life, and I don't have to constantly worry about like financial bullshit. Like, we could all go take vacations, actually enjoy each other's company, like, and be more emotionally outwards to each other and stuff like that, because like we're just not that emotionally bonded family. We're not that emotional family that we could just like talk to each other about each other's feelings and say, hey, what's going on? What are you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't even told them about any boys or persons or people that I've been attracted to, because I just don't feel comfortable. It's just not something I feel comfortable to do with family. A lot of things that you would think you should be comfortable with family, I'm just not. And it's saddening to see, saddening to know, saddening every which way. This freaking vlog video, God, is going on pretty long, and I don't want it to go to 20 something, but honestly, like, at this point, I don't care. I'm gonna put it, if it goes up to 25, I don't care, because like, this is a yapping video for me. And possibly for me to look back on in the future, so I could just like think, if people see it and they like it, that's great, because that's what I would like. But we know how people be, I'm belching a lot. Anyways, but yeah, it's just like, what, like I don't know what else to freaking do about this type of feeling. And it's just like, everyone would think that, oh, because you're the youngest, you shouldn't have these type of feelings, or like the world is caving in on you, you're drowning, or you feel like you're supposed to be responsible for the family. But I'm the only child of an immigrant family born outside of the freaking immigration. I didn't mean to say immigration, I meant to say immigrant country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only one that grew up back home, lived my entire life back home, and I was born here in the US. So I'm the only one that actually has the prospects, has the ability to do what I need to do for my family and myself. But I'm stressed out because it's like, I can't get a freaking job. Okay, I can't get a freaking job. I don't even want a job per se because like I know I'm gonna freaking freak out. But I need a job because I need to be able to help pay for this room. My mother is literally taking out her savings to help me afford this room. And we live in a shitty economy to the point that a room is $900. When I was a kid, this probably would have been like 500. It's just I don't know. And I'm 20 no. So everybody's gonna look at me and think, well, you're an adult. You're supposed to know what you're supposed to do. I'm a child of immigrant family. I'm a child of an immigrant family, abroad alone. Okay, I came here when I was 18. Okay, I don't have no job. I have no job experience. I'm struggling with my mental health. The economy is shit. And all my mother's saying is, well, there are people that come here, and they're not American, and their lives this and their lives that. So if that's the case, you could do it too. I guess, but that doesn't mean anything. Hey, for starters, maybe y'all should have had a plan. Nobody had a plan, and I've been saying this since I was like 14. I kept saying, why y'all didn't have anything? Y'all know y'all wanted me to go back up there, but you didn't prep anything. You didn't get no money saved up in the first place for it. Like, promise you, if y'all knew y'all wanted me to go to college overseas or back in here in America, why didn't y'all start saving since the day I was born? Y'all should have had an entirely separate account for that. Or have the money back. I don't know. Have the money in like a little piggy bank at home and put that money in every time y'all get some. I don't know. Yeah, like that should have been something that should have been something done. I keep telling people this, like, y'all, like, if you have children, you need to do that. Have a separate account. Have a plan for it. Maybe in the future, the kid doesn't go to college. Okay, at least they have money at the end of the day that they could spend for living. You know what I'm saying? But I, for what I know right now, I have whatever little things. I don't know properly enough. I'm just scared. I don't even know what the frick I want to become anymore. Like, anyways, that was just my yap sesh that I promise people probably won't even care to see. I'll probably post this tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not in the mood to post it tonight. I got to do some homework anyways. So that's what I'm gonna do.